Can you kiss me more? We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh, it's just principle.
Today for episode 2 of the Thanksgiving series, we're making the best mac and cheese because you guys loved last year's recipe and I just wanted to give you guys an even better version. To begin, we're going to add all of our heavy cream, our cream cheese, as well as all of our seasonings, and we're going to let it simmer on low heat and set it to the side. Here I'm just boiling my 1 pound of macaroni, but remember before you drain it, you want to save 1/2 cup of your pasta water, and then after you drain it in the same pot, we're going to saute our garlic and our shallots. You want to saute them for about 2 to 4 minutes, then add in your flour and saute until it's slightly golden. Add in your sauteed heavy cream, as well as your pasta water and all of your cheeses. Mix on low to medium heat until your cheese is nice and melted. It should look something like this, and then you can pop in your macaroni and give it a good stir. You want everything to be nice and coated, and then you can get ready for layering your macaroni. You want to add a layer of your pasta, a layer of whatever cheese you like the most out of the 3 cheeses that we used, another layer of pasta, another layer of cheese, and we're going to bake at 350 for about 10 minutes or until you're happy with the top layer of cheese. And then take it out whenever you're satisfied, and you're done.
This is what your favorite Thanksgiving dish says about you. If stuffing is your favorite dish, I trust you with my life. I think that you appreciate family, you appreciate good food and tradition. You're the least likely person at the Thanksgiving table to strike up a fight. I don't trust you. I feel like if you were given the opportunity to travel anywhere exotic, you would pick Florida. Something tells me that you're always going to go with the most comfortable option, or you're the adult who orders chicken fingers on a menu. But with that being said, I think you have a gas personality and I like you. If mashed potatoes are your favorite item on the menu, you scream, I'm either a 10-year-old boy or I'm a 90-year-old grandpa, and there's no in between. You've been stuck on Emily Mariko TikTok for a little bit too long. You're a psychopath, and there's no question about it. I don't know who thought that this flavor combination was a good idea, but I absolutely hate it with every single ounce of my being.
Doing it's not style. I'ma pick you up in a Cadillac like a gentleman, bring it.
Why bake an entire pumpkin pie from scratch when you can have these quick and easy mini pumpkin pies? They have a pumpkin cream cheese filling with a crunchy cinnamon sugar crust. For the filling, just mix together room temperature cream cheese, brown sugar, pumpkin puree, pumpkin pie spice, and a pinch of salt. For the crust, we're using store-bought pie dough with a homemade pumpkin stencil, but if you have a pumpkin cookie cutter, you can use that too. Then fill half the pumpkins with the pumpkin filling and brush the edges with an egg wash to allow the top pumpkin to stick. I cut little ridges in the pumpkin and then crimp the edges to seal these shut. For a golden crust, brush more egg wash and sprinkle with cinnamon sugar right before baking. They come out perfectly browned with a buttery crust and soft pumpkin filling.
My grandmother's stuffing recipe is my absolute favorite part of Thanksgiving. I have it on my blog and it goes viral every single year. It's actually my top recipe every single day of the year. I'm not sure how that is, but it is. Anyways, the number one question I get every year is, can I make this without a turkey? Because in the original recipe, you use all the turkey giblets and neck to make your stock. So this time I'm showing you how to make grandma's dressing recipe without making the turkey. First, you're gonna start by chopping up just the top half of your celery with all the leaves. Really, you just want the leaves. Then you're gonna chop up an onion and get those really fine and delicious. Then we're gonna make our broth. You could use vegetable broth, chicken broth, whatever kind of broth you want. I'm just using the vegetable version of Better Than Bouillon. I'm doing 2 heaping tablespoons of this, mixing it around into hot water, and then I'm gonna pour poultry seasoning over top of it. Poultry seasoning is a great blend of sage and thyme and a bunch of other things. It's just delicious. Make sure you pick up a bunch of that when you're at the grocery store. Then we're gonna mix all that into the broth and set it aside. So you're gonna have 3 components to this whole recipe. You have your vegetables, your broth, and your bread. The bread is, I like to use an Italian loaf, and it doesn't need to be stale. You can just pick one up at the grocery store. They're, instead of like the French baguettes that are long and skinny and typically more hard, the Italian loaf is soft and plush. So this is a ciabatta roll actually, because my store didn't have any Italian loaves, but they had one Italian loaf in a whole wheat version. It's fine. It's fine. Who cares? Any bread works just fine. So once you rip it up into small, little tiny pieces, they don't need to be stale. Just rip them up and toss them. Then we're going to put poultry seasoning, salt, and pepper on top. Give that a good mix so that your bread is all seasoned. Then you're going to take a full stick of butter and melt it in a skillet and cook your onions and celery until they are soft. They're not going to have any color on them because we're using so much butter. This is a slimmed down recipe, and there's no pun on the slim down because in the original recipe there's 2 sticks of butter, but we're using more celery and more onions because it fits in a 9x13 casserole dish originally. So then you're going to take this mixture, put it over your bread, mix that all up with a spatula, and then you're going to start pouring your broth in slowly, giving it a toss, and then until the bread is fairly wet. Then you're going to toss it all around and make sure that all the moisture has absorbed. Press it into a sheet pan or a casserole dish, whatever you want. Bake at 350 for an hour. Y'all, it's amazing.
¿Qué estábamos pensando? Si tuviéramos amigos, pudiéramos invitarlos a un Friendsgiving en mi casa. Pero no tenemos amigos.
Alright, check it out. I got 3 questions. Drop your answers in the comments below. Let's get it. Number 1. Which Aunt Viv is your favorite Aunt Viv? And you know what I'm talking about. Number 2. How many times did your mom and them say bye to everybody before y'all actually got in the car and pulled off and left to go back home? Number 3. Ladies, if you ever pulled up to Thanksgiving with your man and his people say, nephew, that's you, what you think that means? Trust me, it's a good thing.
Yes. Oh. So kid, when are you gonna get a girlfriend? When are you gonna tell your wife about yours?
Well, goddamn. Ooh, golly.
That is no way to talk to an adult. You should be acting like a child. And that's no way a grandma should be speaking when she's about to reach her expiration date. You should be worrying about what you're gonna wear on your deathbed.
Ooh, he went there.
Wait, sis, can you get me food from downstairs? Macaroni and ham. And don't say it's from me. I really don't want to talk, nor see our extended family. They're too problematic, so I'm staying up here. Now we're old enough to hear the family drama. Suzanne, when are you gonna tell Jordan that he's adopted? What? Where are the 3 of y'all going? We're going for a walk. To the park, to play basketball, but we'll be back in time. Oh, what? I am not washing all these dishes.
Yes, the hell you are, and you better close that mouth for a bug flies in there.
Okay, picture this. It's Thanksgiving Day, and you want people to think that you can bake. I've got you covered. You're gonna go to the store and get some cinnamon rolls with the cream cheese icing. And you're gonna get 1 can of pure pumpkin. Go home, get a baking dish, spray it. You're gonna cut up the cinnamon rolls, and then you're gonna mix in 1 can of pure pumpkin. Bake it at 350 for about 30 minutes and stir it halfway through. When it's done, you'll take it out and you'll add some cinnamon and you'll add some pumpkin pie spice. And then you're gonna microwave your icing for 10 seconds and drizzle it over the top. And I swear this tastes so good and people are gonna think you know how to bake when really you just mixed in 2 ingredients.
Alright my friends, today we are making maple roasted vegetables. And as you can tell from my face, I was definitely burning my hand right now, so when you make this dish, do not hold it when it is hot. We start by cutting up all our veggies. We're doing carrots, Brussels sprouts, red onion, and butternut squash. The only butternut squash I had on hand was this kind that was already cut, so if you're using a normal one, just peel it, cut it, and make sure the seeds are scraped out. Pour them onto a big pan, and then in a small bowl, combine olive oil, maple syrup, and some salt. I used some garlic salt, but you could also use normal salt. Then pour it over the veggies and make sure it's all combined and evenly coated. Then pop those suckers in the oven at 425 for 25 to 35 minutes. When it comes out of the oven, don't touch it while it's hot like I did. Then top it with pecans and goat cheese. This is such an easy side dish that tastes so good. Enjoy!
People say I'm quiet most of the time. If only you knew what goes on in my
for the first time. Thankfully, there's Butterball. They come pre-brined, which keeps it juicy and tender. I prepared the turkey following the package directions and stuffed the inside with aromatics for added flavor. Roast the turkey uncovered, then when it browns, cover with foil. I used the turkey calculator at butterball.ca to see how long to cook. Butterball has you covered to ensure your Thanksgiving dinner is as seamless as possible.
How the gentle wind beckons through the leaves as autumn colors fall.
Hey, you want to know the best way to have a perfect Thanksgiving? Make your own dinner rolls. 120 grams warm milk.
9 grams of instant yeast in and mix that up.
Sit 10 minutes.
60 grams of milk, 27 grams of water, 20 grams of bread flour. On the stove, little over medium heat.
Cook, stirring occasionally.
Until thick with stand mixing bowl, 320 grams of bread flour, 7 grams of salt, 35 grams of sugar. Whisk that bad boy. The spiral thingy. Low speed. Yeast and milk mixture, 1 whole egg, an egg yolk, thickened mixture, in. Mix till incorporated. Softened butter, in. 42 grams total.
Let that bad boy mix 8 minutes.
Done. Shape into a ball, bowl, plastic wrap. Rise 2 hours. Dummy thick. Punch your dough down. 9 equal pieces.
Shape into a nice ball.
Spray a brownie pan, in.
Cover. Rise 30 minutes.
Brush with egg wash. Bake at 375, 25 minutes. Brush immediately with garlic butter. A little bit of flaky salt. Oh yeah, I'm ready to tear in. Whew. That is a perfect dinner.
Not gonna lie, my fall-inspired garlic bread may be better than the original, and this is how it's done. You know the drill. First we roast our garlic, we add it to tinfoil, toss it into the oven, and then we combine softened butter, chili flakes, chopped sage, brown sugar, and salt, and then we're gonna add our roasted garlic once it's cooked, squeeze it in, and mix it all together. Once it's combined, we're gonna spread that onto our bread, which we place on a baking sheet because we're gonna toss that back into the oven. Listen to how crispy it is, and you can find the full recipe on my Instagram page. Enjoy.
Auntie Beth making the collard greens and the turkey. All right. Okay. Aunt Delilah making the.
I'll make the green beans and ham.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. And who's making the potato salad?
Keisha.
I don't want it.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
I don't want it.
She putting cranberries in her potato salad.
Even worse, who put cranberries in their potato salad?
When?
Who put cranberries in their potato salad?
She mixed.
Oh.
So that's just that.
Michael need to start bringing her to our events.
Well, we gonna have to talk the. Okay, so
I'm making the potato salad and the green beans and ham. Who making the macaroni and cheese?
Is the Bella making the macaroni?
I don't want that either.
Well, she not.
She Indian.
What's the problem with
Bernard
that?
Bernard need to stop dating her, cause she Indian. She make everything too spicy and she put curry in it. She could put curry in that macaroni and cheese.
I'm gonna have to call you back. We're gonna have to get this list together. I'm gonna
call me back with the list. I'm gonna call grandma.
Sharing my favorite side dish for Thanksgiving dinner. I remember growing up always having yams for a side, and they were my absolute favorite, especially that topping. Oh my gosh, like load me up with it. And don't forget the marshmallows. Yes, look at how toasted it is. We had a lovely dinner for two last night, just me and my fiance. And as you can see, he's ready to eat.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
I just thought it was another Thursday.
No, Megan, it's Thanksgiving. Does anybody know where Nikki is?
I don't give a fuck if I was late.
Nikki, you're so late, I'm surprised you're even here.
I ain't missing no meals.
Wait, where's Ariana? Oh, okay. So what meals did y'all bring?
Beef, steak, cheese, side of collard greens, macaroni in a pot, cinnamon, barbecue.
Nikki, did you bring anything?
Let me get a number 2 with some mac sauce.
Are you ordering food? It's Thanksgiving.
I don't fuck with them chickens.
Hello? You wouldn't have been invited.
Goodbye.
Megan, Adele was invited. Can we just eat?
Who wanna go first? Num 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 num, eat it up. I wanna gag, I wanna choke. Never need healthy ice cream. That's the kind of shit I like. There's none left for me. Shut up with your scary ass.
Fuck it, I light the fire.
This shit is hot like a stove.
It's killing me.
You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is up, upside down, and trading for a package of sunshine and ravioli. Macaroni. If you want the thing you love, you must have.
every pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. Ain't nothing please me more than you. Oh, let me go home.
All these screams, all these voices in my head. You gave me strength, gave me hope for a lifetime. I never was satisfied. This time won't you save me? This time won't you save me? Maybe I can feel myself filling up, filling up. This time won't you save me? This time won't you save me? Maybe I can feel myself filling up, filling up, giving up, giving up, giving up,
Oh, Megan, your husband's humor is drier than your turkey. What? It's not like I said anything about your husband's secret gambling problem. Did I say too much? Billy, are you wearing a dress? Lauren, do you really need a second plate of food? Excuse you, I only got divorced 3 times. Thank you.
Do you know what thankful in 2020 stands for? Tired, hungover, and never knowing FU lockdown. Okay, we can only have a certain number of people at the table this year, so the kids' table will have to be outside on the patio. Thank God. The table is set and your seats are marked with your own masks. Today we're giving each other thanks, not giving each other the virus. Everyone, please be sure to wear your masks the entire time, and then once we all sit down at the same table to eat, then you can remove them.
You aren't alone, you know. I know what it's like being trapped inside for a long period of time. We all do.
Excuse me? Whose mask is this? Okay, that's it. Everyone come write your name on your masks. You would think having less people over this year would be less work. Who wants to watch the Macy's Day Parade?
I can't take my daughter nowhere.
Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, creams, beans, creams, beans, 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 creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. You name it. You name it. You name it. You name it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my Thanksgiving series, y'all. And today I'm making pineapple upside down cupcakes. My husband wanted a cake, but I love making everything in cupcake form, so to satisfy us both, I just made pineapple upside down cupcakes. In the bowl, you're gonna add some, well, I was gonna say water, some butter, and some brown sugar. You're gonna mix that real good until it's well incorporated. Don't go too crazy. You can use a hand mixer, but my husband was asleep, and I was trying to surprise him when he woke up. Anyways, you're gonna get your cupcake tins, or you can even do a cake, and you're gonna pour the mixture at the bottom of it, and you're gonna add your pineapples on top. The reason why my pineapples fit was because I cut them a little bit, but word of advice, you don't have to do this. That's just me being extra. They spread apart and was all weird looking at the end, but nonetheless, they were good. Anyways, in a bowl, you're gonna add some softened butter, not melted, and some more brown sugar, because brown sugar is mad good. And you're gonna mix that real good. If you can use a hand mixer, y'all. But if you use a whisk, don't use a flimsy ass whisk, okay? And then you're gonna add some eggs and you're gonna mix that real good. Like, I mean well incorporated. Like, I don't wanna see no egg white, no egg yolk, none of that. Y'all, this Swiss came from the dollar store, so bear with me. Anyways, you're gonna add some pineapple juice, and you're gonna mix that real good, but don't go too crazy because it's gonna get liquidy and baby, I was getting stuff everywhere. You're gonna add some vanilla extract, you're gonna mix that real good too. You can add all this stuff all together, but y'all just know I'm extra. This is my favorite part. So you're gonna add some flour, some baking powder, not soda, and a church lady pinch of salt, and you're gonna sift that all in. This is just to get all the clumps and stuff out, y'all. And y'all, I put this extra long part in because I just want to say I'm so thankful for everybody who is supporting me and all that other stuff. And I know a lot of you probably like, oh, I already know how to make this stuff. But this is really for the people that don't know how to make it. Their parents didn't teach them how to cook, or they married, they had a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Babes, these videos are for y'all. I just want to show y'all the easy way how to do stuff, okay? So anyways, you're going to pour that mixture. If you're doing cupcakes, don't pour it all the way to the top. I did that to the other pan I did. It was good, but it was a hot mess. I just did a little bit. I did like halfway just so they don't overflow. But I put a baking pan under it so that if it does overflow, that wasn't sanitary, girl. Why would you do that? Girl, this is my husband. Anyways, I put a baking sheet under it so that in case it does overflow, it won't get on the stove. Y'all, they're gonna look like this. Y'all, look how freaking good they look. Like, what? Girl, they were so freaking good, y'all. Oh my goodness.